going on, everybody? Welcome to my speed build. For the first time in like a year and a half, you guys are gonna see me struggle with this more than likely because, or not more than likely, it's definitely gonna be a struggle. Okay. Just gonna keep it real. I have not done a speed build in like a year and a half, I believe. And that's because, and like I also never like edit it, put it up on YouTube, none of that. So this is like also very new to me. But like I said in previous videos, I got a new computer, so I'm doing everything I love doing when it comes to The Sims, which is speed builds. I'm going to share my legacies and all of that. So here I'm just basically building what is a Toronto inspired house. I love these modern houses, the way they're built. Um, I just love it. It's so, I don't know, I like, these type of homes. Um, I'm not really the one with I'm not the classic home type of person, but I do build classic homes, but not as often as I would do like a modern one. These homes you can find in like Texas too. I found a lot of these type of homes in Texas, but the first time I've ever seen these homes was like a Toronto build, and I get most of them from YouTube. Like I'll be scrolling YouTube and these houses will pop up, and I'll just screenshot right there and I'll watch the video to see sometimes, because this one I did not watch the video, and you will see me struggle with the inside. It was so bad. But sometimes I do watch, or I try to, the inside to see, the layout and how it looks, and I'll watch it a couple of times just to kind of get a feel of how I want to build it. Now, right here, I was really struggling. Like I told y'all, it's been a year and a half, okay? So I was really struggling. I was kind of like, oh my God, I think I have to do 3 floors. Um, yeah. I didn't like it though. I'm like, I mean, 3 floors is going to be hella roomy, but I really didn't like 3 floors. And honestly, it was four because that top part, like you've seen in the picture on the screen, that top part is a whole, like I'm turning it into an art studio. So I made this basically for my sim self because, I always make my sim self. I mean, I think it's only right. I think you have to make your sim self. Like, I would love to know in the comments if you guys don't make yourselves. Like, please let me know. That would be really interesting. And I want to know why. Like, why don't you make your sim self when you create a sim? You know what I mean? When you're in cast, you don't make yourself at all and just like kind of hide it, especially if you create LPs and stuff. I want to know if you ever created yourself. But anyway, I was going for like the look of the door, and this just was not working for me. And I'm not gonna lie to you guys, at the time that I started the speed build, I literally was so excited. Like, I started the speed build weeks ago. Weeks ago, like when I first got the computer. I was so excited. It was probably like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago that I started this. And I just wanted to do it. I just wanted to dive in. I missed doing builds. I missed playing The Sims. I couldn't wait to share my LPs and everything. And I dove right in without really getting everything together. And you're going to see that here. Like, clearly, everything's shown up in red. I did not have move objects on. There are so many cheats I didn't have on. I just was like diving in because I was so excited to get back to this. And I was starting to like it with the 4 floors, but it just wasn't working for me. It really wasn't. But you can see I clearly don't have move objects on. Like nothing would be red if I had that on. So you're gonna watch me struggle just a little bit. But anyways, in this, I want to talk about, why I made the house. I made the house for my sim self. It's like an artist dream house. That's kind of how I look at it. And it is in San Sequoia. If you have it, you kind of probably already put that together. And I really liked that ocean front view. Like I really liked that. I was like, okay, maybe I'll just have it, the front door kind of away from the view, obviously, but at least have windows that are seeing the view. But you'll see that I changed my mind about that really quick. Um, and I was really like kind of putting this together. I'm like, okay, I kind of like the 4 floors. I kind of like it. And you'll see that I changed my mind about that too. So in here, I'm just kind of trying to find materials or objects and what's going to go well as a sliding door at the top. Now, I was kind of about to go with the loft, the one that comes with the loft kit. It's like an open door concept, and I was going to go with that. But it was just too much, and I decided not to. So, like I said, you'll see right here, I quickly was like, let me go back to 3 floors. It was just way too much. I'm like, if I'm making it for my sim self, no kids, no relationship, single sim self, yeah, I'm going to keep it kind of small and quaint. It is supposed to be just for a single person starting off, so I wanted to do that. I didn't like the half walls for the roof, which I don't know why. Like I think back on it and I'm like, I should have kind of kept it, but whatever. Um So you'll see it like coming together slowly but surely. I don't know what I was doing here. Oh, this again. Like I said, I was just diving into things. And this is when my G shade wasn't like perfect for me the way I wanted it to be. And now it kind of is, so it's all good. Um, what's another thing that I wanted to speak about? Okay. So I did want to talk about the custom content situation. The whole CC thing. This whole blow up, it's still a thing. When I first found out that this was a thing, oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We're going to cut that off. This tool mod, you're going to see me struggle with this too. Because I used to use it. Like I said, I haven't done a speed build in a year and a half, or a build in general in a year and a half. But, um, you'll see me struggle with the tool mod because even when I did builds, I didn't use the tool mod that often. So it's almost like I forgot how to use it. It was just so crazy when I started building. I'm like, I feel like I don't know what I'm doing. It was just so crazy. Like you take a year off of something and you'd be shocked how much it feels so foreign, like how foreign it feels when you come back to it. It's so crazy. But anyway, um, back to the custom content thing. I first found out that this was a thing last summer. Okay. Like clearly it's been a thing, right? But for it to blow up the way it did, I found this out last summer. Now, again, at this time last summer, I wasn't playing The Sims. I wasn't within the community or keeping up like that. But when I did see the blow up of that, I chose to kind of watch a couple of videos and things like that. There are things that I've seen, and I have perspectives on both. Okay. I have perspectives on the creators, I have perspectives on the people who feel entitled to creations that they did not make. And I want to speak on them first, okay? Because to me it's I'm trying to even find the words to put it together because to me it's so wild to me that people can truly go, yeah, you don't deserve to be paid for this, but I want to download it like now. I think I should have it now. And everyone's response is, well, because it's EA's. EA built or EA created the package file. They patented the package file. No one else can use it. Blah, blah, blah. EA Maxis, whatever the case may be. Okay, got it. We get it, right? But if you strip that package file that a content creator adjusted with their mesh, with their texture, whatever they did to it to create that CC, will you have, like, if you remove everything that creator put on that package file, what will you have? Like, you guys know that EA is not going to give you shit that these content creators are creating. You guys know that. Okay, interrupting really quick. You can see me clearly struggle with this. This is when I duplicate. I had to literally undo, undo, undo. It was so horrible. Um, I was struggling with the tool mod, and you will clearly see that. Anyways, um, you guys know that EA is not going to give you what these custom content creators give you. You know that. And I feel like that's where everybody's upset. I feel like there's way too much entitlement to somebody else's content. And when I say somebody else's content, I mean their art. Okay, like regardless, yes, the package file belongs to EA, but the art on the package file does not. And a lot of people want to say, well, they got most of their stuff. You don't know where somebody got their stuff. Shut up. You don't know what goes into it, the programs that go about it, the nights, the long nights, the staying up, I don't even want to speak on the mod developers, baby. I didn't even get there yet, okay? We're talking about custom content only at this point in time. And you don't know what goes into it unless you do it. And I've seen a couple of those too. I've seen a couple of people who create custom content who have said, oh, certain people shouldn't be charging, or you guys shouldn't be charging that much. And I'm going to tell you right now, because I know somebody's going to say, well, I've seen there are content creators who say that people shouldn't be charging that much. No, that's a content creator that's projecting their own insecurities of charging people for their creations. That's what that is. I'm going to tell you right now. That's exactly what that is. That's somebody who doesn't feel like their own creations are good enough, so they're running around projecting on other fucking creators. And that's bullshit, too. That's a whole thing that they need to work on with themselves. But there are other creators who work really fucking hard and know what they deserve. So they charge for it. I also don't get where this comes from with people feeling like, it's wrong for them to charge when you don't have to purchase it. Like you don't have to purchase the content. Like I mean, really. Let's keep this all the way 1,000. You do not have to purchase this content. You just don't have it. And again, like I said, this leads me to the point that I was making. And the point that I was making was that people feel entitled to other people's stuff. It's, oh, you shouldn't. Why should we have to wait for this? Because you didn't make it. What are we talking about here? Like, and then the mod developers, like, let me get started on that really quick. There's a particular mod developer who has not been anywhere to be found on social media, on their website, on nothing. Okay. I think most recently, this mod developer, I'm going to try to leave gender and everything out of it but some people are going to know who I'm talking about. They have a really big mod, and that's not their only mod. They're a great mod developer. They're amazing at what they do. Okay. And they have not been anywhere to be found. They have a really big mod in particular that a lot of people use in The Sims. And they have not updated that mod. Okay. They have not been on social media, nothing. I have just been checking in on this developer, this creator, to see if they've been posting, on Twitter or anything. I was like, let me just kind of look and see if they've been posting at all. And I wasn't seeing anything. So that's it. I was just, that's it. So then I get on and I choose to say, you know what? Let me look at the most recent post. Let me see the entitlement in this. Let me look at the most recent post of how people are acting and what they're saying on this developer's most recent post. So I look and people are asking where. Oh, pause. Okay. At this point, I went and got CC. And this is why I wanted to talk about this, because the door, it just wasn't giving what I needed it to give. It wasn't, it wasn't doing what I needed it to do. So I went and got CC to get the look that I was going for. I don't know about everybody else, but I am a CC build user. Real quick. I've seen people say, "Oh, nobody should be using CC." Like, again, I don't get where people get off trying to tell people how to play their game. But anyways, um, I use CC builds because some of the build CC are, I don't want to say like they're finer. Like some sim content, like EA content, is very like chunky and it's like a little bit of a turnoff. Whereas the CC stuff is different and I like it. But anyway, I went and got CC because it just wasn't turning out the way I needed it to turn out. And here upstairs, I'm struggling a lot. You're gonna see that. Because I didn't know where the bedroom should go, where the office should go, where this should go. Like, I just didn't know where a lot of things should go. So you're gonna see me struggle a little bit upstairs. But anyways, back to the mod developer story. So I went on the thread to see people commenting. And there were multiple people leaving the same comment. When are you updating your mod? This mod developer has not been on here for weeks, literally weeks. And you're asking, when are they updating their mod? Do we know if this mod developer is breathing or not? Do we know if they're going through some sort of life crisis or not? Do we know anything about the sustenance of this person? Like, is the person okay? No one took the fucking time to ask that question on this person's most recent post. Not a single person. Everyone is demanding where a free mod is, and it literally disgusts me. It's disgusting. Like, if this person never comes back to this community, I would not be surprised. I just could not believe what I was seeing. Like, I was like, are y'all serious right now? Like, is this really a thing? I couldn't believe it. People were really asking, when are you going to update this? I've been waiting for this. I really need this in my game. You're not looking around to see at all. Like, I mean, you're actively going on to a post that they put here. What? Their last post was what, 3-4 weeks ago at this point? You're actively going to the last post they did, and you're seeing the date on there compared to the date that you leave your fucking tweet. But you can't see that they haven't been on. Let me think. Maybe they just haven't been on because of people like me? Maybe they haven't been on because they're going through things in life? Like, why is this not a red flag to anybody? Why is this not something of like, we need to have a little more humility when it comes to mod creators and content creators? Like, why is this not a thing? I was just disgusted. I was completely disgusted. Like, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I couldn't believe it. I really couldn't. And I kind of went on a little rant on Twitter. I might put it on here somewhere. Where I went on a little rant and kind of said, like, before you guys ask for a freaking mod update, you want to ask them how they're doing. You want to ask them how they're feeling. Like, before you ask for a mod update, can you ask simple things like that? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's a fucking Twilight Zone out here. Anyway, yeah, it's just disgusting to me. I don't feel like you guys like, and then I'm going to also say something that's very unpopular and I really don't give a fuck, but I think that perma paywalls are like, I'm not saying that anyone should or shouldn't do it. Oh, and then by the way, I found the fucking door I needed. Yeah, thanks. Growing Together. I didn't know they had that door. And that was like the perfect door that I needed. So I traded out the CC door for the Growing Together door, and then I'm back up in the art studio. Putting some clutter. You guys will also see in my builds. I have no idea what I was just talking about. You guys are gonna hear me ramble and be like, "What the fuck?" She jumps around from subject to subject. But anyway, um, you guys are gonna see in my builds too that I'm not big on clutter. Okay, like this is probably the most clutter you're gonna see in this art room. And then I think in the bathroom downstairs on the shelf, you'll see a little clutter on there. But like for the most part, I'm not big on clutter. So you're not gonna see like little gadgets, trinkets. Like, I'm a very like minuscule, minimalist type of. That's what I like. But obviously, if this is an art studio, there's gonna be shit everywhere. So that's kind of that on that. Um, but back to the mod developers and CC creators. Yeah, like I just feel like everyone should check in. If you have a favorite mod developer, you have a favorite content creator, and they have not been around, the first thing you should probably do is ask them if they're okay, if they're doing okay at all. That should probably be what you do. Not ask them where your favorite mod is. Okay, just a little tidbit there for that. I also like the open concept of like how I just did that with the chandelier. You'll see a lot of my houses have that too. I do like that. I don't know why. I don't know where I got it from, but I really do like it. Yeah, so here I'm just kind of laying out the floor and still doing things downstairs. I was really going through it because I didn't put any lights in and everything was so dark and I couldn't understand. There's also no other windows. Like clearly where my kitchen and everything is, there's no windows. So I was going through it a little bit there. And then I used some of the growing together furniture, but like to me, again, like back to this chunky thing, it's kind of like sometimes I'm not a fan on how chunky the furniture is. So you'll see me scale stuff down with the tool mod because I'm just not a fan. But the thing is, in gameplay, it's so annoying because they'll sit stuff on the regular size like that it was like it doesn't. So like when they sit a glass on on the coffee table for instance, it like floats in the air. It's so yeah, that's me. I'm not big on like the chunkiness, so I like CC um objects for builds, but I won't use it all the time. I do use it, but not all the time. There's some really nice stuff that EA has created for build objects, so furniture and things like that. So you will see me use a lot of EA stuff too. But anyway, yeah, I have very unpopular opinions. Oh, was I talking about paywalls? I think that's what I was talking about. All right, back to paywalls. Yeah, very unpopular opinion about paywalls. I don't think that people like I'm not saying people should do them. I'm not saying people shouldn't. You know what I mean? Like I feel very strongly about the fact that people take the time to create this stuff. And since they take the time to create this stuff, they should be able to get paid for it, like other people think too. Um, I don't know. I think people should get paid for what they do. That's just how I feel. Like I said, I'm an artist, or maybe I didn't say that. I'm a traditional artist. Like I paint and I do graphic design and things like that. So I understand where, people come from feeling like their work is being taken for granted or anything like that. I get it. And people should be paid for the hard work that they put in. But if they feel like that's paywall, then they feel like that's paywall. That's their business. I actually duplicated the balcony and I put it in the back too. This is moving hella fast. Like how the hell are you supposed to see this? The speed was not the best speed. I'm sorry. It's like moving everywhere. Um Oh, and that was me. I think did I upload it to the gallery? Right here I was trying to get the best shot and I don't know if I was getting the best shot, but I was. just of the outside of it. It wasn't fully furnished or anything yet, but I was trying to get the best shot. And I do want to ask you guys when it comes to photos of the outside of the house, because like I'll look on the gallery and people will have like amazing shots. I'm like, how the hell did you do that? If you guys know, please let me know. But anyways, now I'm building the bathroom downstairs, or I'm, putting the furniture in for it. And this was pretty simple. Bathrooms are pretty simple. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I got this from this concept, like the design of it, from Honey May Sims, because you will see that I took her bathroom in the gallery. So shout out to her. I'm gonna tag her in this and everything. I'm gonna put her EA ID on it. I literally, and it's not going to be in my ending credits for my photos because I didn't build the freaking bathroom. So I'm not going to take pictures and put it in my ending credits like I built it. Um, but she really did give me the idea of like the layout or the design maybe of the bathroom. Um, so I really appreciate that. It was such a good idea. It was like a gorgeous bathroom. But again, I'll put the her EA. Some people still call it a origin ID. I'll put that in the description below. Um so yeah, I have very unpopular, extremely unpopular opinions when it comes to the whole, you know, CC thing. And I would love to know you guys' opinions on it. Like I feel like these creators put in way too much time, and I feel like nobody's game would be shit without these content creators. There are a lot of people who say they play without CC or mods. Well, then, okay, you do that. There are most people, a lot of people actually, who play The Sims who are not new. If you're new, then I understand how you can play it without that. If you're not, you get a little, bored and you see some new things to add into your game, you add it in and you just can't shake it. You know what I mean? It really does liven up the game, and these content creators need to be appreciated way more for the shit that they do for this community. It really is. It's very, very foul. So here I am putting in Honey Mason's bathroom. And I do change it a little bit. I add in some things, I remove some things, so I do change a lot of it as well. But essentially I got the bathroom from her and I just put it in upstairs. What else? What else? Yeah, that's kind of it. I'm just kind of going around the bathroom and fixing up the walls. It kind of messed up my layout upstairs, so I had to fix that up too. Um, but yeah, that's basically it. I don't know, guys. Like, that's just how I feel about content creators. And a lot of people keep complaining to EA, but what people don't understand is EA does not care. EA doesn't give a flying fuck. Okay? EA is making their money, so they don't care. Like, for instance, there's a mod that I just got that I really want because it's going to be like storyline type mod or whatever. Like, it's going into my storyline somehow. And I got this mod because, or when I got the mod, I saw in the requirements that you need Get to Work, you need the Mosquito Pack, and there's something else you need from EA. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, EA does not care because they're still getting money. These people are going around TikTok, YouTube, and posting like their little stories and things that happen with their Sims because of mods. And because of that, people are going out and buying the game. So guess what? EA does not care. You know what I mean? Like, are you getting this? They don't care. So my whole thing with it was, I don't know. I think people are just, they're not seeing clearly when it comes to this. Like, they really aren't, and I get it. I get how frustrating it could be. I mean, or I don't. I don't. I'm just gonna be honest. I don't get why y'all are so mad about people using their gifts and talents and abilities to make money. To me, that sounds like a lot of y'all don't know what your gifts and talents are. So you're mad that other people get to stay home and make money, literally create a living off of it. Like, it just sounds like you're mad about that. I hate to be that one, but that's what it sounds like. If that's not the case, what are you angry about? I saw somebody else say something about people paywalling, putting houses behind paywalls, and I that is hilarious. It's not cool though. I don't see how you put a house behind paywalls, but okay. Whatever you like. And then like I said, I'd have something for creators too. There are creators who charge like $5 a month for a recolor or something like that. I've definitely seen that. And when I tell you they should not be doing that, like, because there are some content creators who really, their stuff should really be free. I really do. I think they should put a little more effort behind what they're doing before they're charging what they're charging. But there are content creators who truly deserve the money. And you know what I mean? Like, but I've seen somewhere it's like, are you serious? Like, you shouldn't be charging anything for your stuff. I've seen that. I have seen that, and it's kind of a bold move to me. Um, but then again, you can't tell somebody what they're worth. You know what I mean? People have their own perceptions of what they're worth, and they're allowed to stand in that. It just kind of is what it is. But I do agree with some of you guys where you're like, it's ridiculous. They shouldn't. I do agree to some extent, but that's when you just keep it moving. You don't have to pay for it. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Right here, I'm pretty much wrapping up the house. Not really much to do here with this. The upstairs does need to be done. I'm seeing that. I guess I put in Honey Mason's bathroom and was like, oh, we're done here. Like, absolutely not. Some of the stuff upstairs is CC too. The bedroom for sure. That bed is like, I forget who it's by. I really forget who it's by, and I'm seeing the name in my head. It's like I'll have to find their name, but it's like a cow build or something like that. Like, that's the name of their spread, and I loved it, so I downloaded it. I put it in here. But that's custom content too. I forget their freaking name. But I loved how they did it. Sorry if I'm making anybody dizzy because I'm making myself dizzy with this. It's a little annoying, but again, like I said, it's been like a year and a half since I did a build, so that's the struggle here. The dresser is from the Loft kit, and I actually really like the Loft kit for a lot of reasons. Like, there's a lot of reasons that I really like the Loft kit. There's a lot of things that I use from that kit, so I do. If you don't have it or whatever the case may be, I do like the Loft kit. Anyways, here's the study, the office. I'm just kind of doing that. And like I said, like, you guys will see through the house, I don't do a lot of clutter. Like, I'm not a clutter person. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just kind of basic, like, keep it clean type of person. That's who I am. And that's like another bathroom that I just put in because really the office was supposed to be a second bedroom, but I just was like, let me actually make it an office. I was gonna do the desk and stuff upstairs in the art studio, but honestly, you just need that space. You really do. I think having that space really works well. So I turned it into like a gaming place, but also an office where she can do some work and work from home, any graphic design, anything like that she can do. And then that view is just amazing. Like, I would love to have that view in my office. So I just kind of looked at it from that standpoint of like, oh, I love that view. But yeah, I would love to know what you guys think about, your thoughts on all of this. Like, I didn't think it would still be a thing by the time I started playing, but I'm seeing it everywhere. It's still very much a thing. And I would just love to know where you guys stand when it comes to content creators and mod developers and things like that. I feel like they need a lot more love than they are getting in this community. And we need to be more loving and caring to one another for sure. So this pretty much wraps up the build. I don't know, I just kind of ran my mouth about it, but I may put my sim who is living in this house into a storyline. She has a juicy storyline. I put it on Twitter. Please follow my Twitter. It's MuggaSims, MuggaSims, right on Twitter, and you'll see all the updates. But thanks for watching, guys. This is the wrap up of it, and you'll see the screenshots at the very end.